What happened when a man's discovery of his late wife's diary unveiled a 30-year secret? Dr. Phil, stunned, told the cameraman to focus. Let's meet Thomas. You're holding something that's shaken your entire life. What did you find in that diary? Thomas. Ellen was my world for 35 years. My high school sweetheart, my rock. We met at a county fair in Ohio in '84, just kids at 17. I was throwing baseballs, trying to win her a stuffed bear. She laughed every time I missed, but I kept at it until I got it. That was Ellen, full of light, always cheering me on, making me feel like I could do anything. We married in '89, built a simple life in our small town. I worked long hours at the factory. She volunteered at church, baked pies for neighbors, made our house a home. We tried for kids for years, but doctors told us it was unlikely. We were heartbroken, but we held on to each other. Then in '93, Ellen said she was pregnant with Laura. It was a miracle. I painted the nursery blue, bought toys, held her hand when Laura was born. She had Ellen's eyes, or so I thought. Laura's 32 now, married, expecting her first child. But 6 months ago, when Ellen passed from cancer, I found this diary hidden in her sewing box, tucked under her old quilts. It's about Laura. The diary says she's not ours, Ellen's and mine. Ellen lied to me for 30 years, Dr. Phil. Hold on, Thomas. You're saying Laura, the daughter you raised for 32 years, isn't your biological child? That's a heavy blow. Can you share what Ellen wrote? Thomas, it says Laura is her sister Sarah's daughter. Sarah was Ellen's younger sister, always in trouble, drugs, abusive boyfriends, running away from home. She showed up one night in '93 with a newborn, begging Ellen to take her. Ellen told me Laura was ours, said she'd been hiding the pregnancy because she was scared of losing the baby. She forged papers, the birth certificate, everything. I had no idea. I believed her because I loved her. Dr. Phil, so, for 30 years, you believed Laura was your daughter, and Ellen kept this secret. How did that hit you when you read those words? Thomas, betrayed, angry, heartbroken. I loved Laura from the moment I saw her in that hospital crib. So tiny, so perfect. I changed her diapers, taught her to ride a bike, cheered at her soccer games, walked her down the aisle last year. She's my daughter, blood or not. I stayed up nights when she was sick, helped with her homework, cried with her when her first love broke her heart. But why didn't Ellen trust me? I would have loved Laura just the same. I don't understand why she carried this alone. It feels like I didn't know the woman I shared my life with. Host betrayal from someone you loved so completely cuts deeper than anything. What was it like finding that diary? What made you open it? Thomas, after Ellen passed, the house was too quiet. I'd wander from room to room, touching her things, her scarf, her favorite mug. I'd sit in her chair by the window, smelling her lavender perfume on the cushions. It was like she was still there, but not. One night I couldn't sleep. The grief was choking me. I went to the attic, looking for something, anything, to feel close to her. I found her sewing box, one she hadn't touched in years. Under her favorite quilt, the one she made for Laura's crib, was the diary. The first page said, "To Thomas, my love, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and I owe you the truth." My heart stopped. I didn't want to know, but I couldn't stop myself. I sat there till dawn reading, feeling my world fall apart. Dr. Phil, that's a moment that changes everything. Can you read exactly what Ellen wrote about Laura? Thomas, she wrote, March 1993. Thomas thinks Laura is ours, but she's not. She's Sarah's daughter. Sarah was lost to drugs, an abusive boyfriend who hurt her bad. She showed up one night half-starved with a newborn, begging me to take her. I couldn't say no. I told Thomas Laura was ours. I forged the birth certificate, lied to everyone. I've carried this guilt every day, watching Laura grow, knowing I stole her truth. God forgive me. Host Ellen raised her sister's child as her own, lied to you, and kept it hidden for 3 decades. That's a heavy secret. Have you told Laura any of this? Thomas, no, I can't break her heart. She's grieving her mom so hard. Ellen was her hero. They'd talk for hours about life, love, recipes, dreams. They planned Laura's wedding together, her baby shower just before Ellen got sick. Laura calls me every day, brings me meals, checks if I'm okay. How do I tell her her whole identity is a lie? But the diary says Sarah might be alive. Ellen wrote about postcards, addresses, clues Sarah was trying to get clean. There's a note about Portland, Oregon from 2005. I haven't followed them. I'm too scared of what I'll find, of what it'll do to Laura. Dr. Phil's secrets like this don't just hurt, they isolate. What do you want to happen today? Thomas, I need answers. For me, for Laura. Why did Ellen lie? Why did Sarah leave? If Sarah's out there, I want to find her. Laura deserves to know her real mother, even if it hurts. I want us to face this together, as a family, but I'm terrified of losing her. She's all I have left. Host, that's brave, Thomas. The truth is painful, but it's the only path to healing. Let's bring out someone who needs to hear this. Please welcome Laura. Laura, Dad, what's going on? You said this was about Mom, about healing. You've been so quiet lately, not eating, shutting yourself away. I'm worried about you. I thought coming here would help you open up, maybe help us both grieve. Dr. Phil, folks, turn your attention to the cameras. This is a moment you won't forget. Laura, I'm Dr. Phil, and your dad has something to share. Something he found in your mom's belongings. Thomas, it's time. Laura deserves to know what's in that diary. Thomas, Laura, sweetheart, you're my everything, you always have been. But your mom kept something from us. You're not our biological daughter. You're your Aunt Sarah's child. Ellen raised you to protect you from Sarah's troubles. Laura, what? Dad, no, that's not true. Mom would have told me. You're my dad. My birth certificate says so. We have pictures, memories, Christmas mornings, her teaching me to bake, our late-night talks. This is a mistake. Thomas, I am your dad, Laura, in every way that matters. But Ellen wrote it in her diary. Sarah left you with us and vanished. I didn't know until after Mom passed. She hid it to give you a stable life, but it was wrong. We should have known the truth. Dr. Phil, Laura, I know this feels like the ground just fell out. What's going through your mind right now? Laura, it's like my whole life is a lie. Mom and I were so close. We'd stay up late talking about my dreams, her stories, my future. She was there for every big moment, my first date, my graduation, my wedding. Why didn't she tell me? And Aunt Sarah, I barely remember her. Mom said she was the wild one, always in trouble, never around. Is she alive? Who am I, Dad? I'm about to be a mom myself, and now I don't even know who I am. Host, those are real questions, Laura, and you're allowed to feel every bit of this pain. Thomas, the diary mentioned Sarah's possible whereabouts. What did it say? Let's see if we can find some clarity. Thomas, Ellen wrote Sarah was last seen in Portland, Oregon, in 2005, working at a women's shelter, trying to get clean. Ellen kept tabs through postcards, a few phone calls, but never reached out. She was terrified Sarah would come back and take Laura away, disrupt the life we built. There's a sketch of a map in the diary, some old phone numbers, even a shelter's address. I haven't had the courage to call or go there. Dr. Phil, this is where the story takes a turn nobody saw coming. Our team took those clues, dug through records, called shelters, chased every lead. And we found someone who might hold the answers. Please welcome Sarah. Sarah, Laura, Thomas, I never thought I'd be standing here. I'm so sorry for everything I've done, for all the pain I've caused. Dr. Phil, Sarah, I'm Dr. Phil. You haven't seen Laura since she was a newborn. Why did you leave her with Ellen? What happened all those years ago? Sarah, I was a wreck. After high school, I fell into drugs, heroin, mostly. I was running with the wrong crowd, bad boyfriends, one who hurt me bad. I lived on the streets sometimes, barely surviving. When I got pregnant with Laura, I was 22, scared out of my mind. I couldn't be a mother, not like that. Ellen begged to take her. She and Thomas couldn't have kids, and she saw Laura as a gift, a chance to build the family they dreamed of. I thought it was the only way to keep Laura safe from my mistakes. I loved her so much, but I let her go because I was broken. Laura, why didn't you come back? I grew up thinking Ellen was my mom. Dad was my dad. You let me live a lie. I'm about to have a baby, and now I don't know who I am. Why didn't you fight for me? Did you even care? Sarah, I cared, Laura. I cared so much it hurt. Every time I got clean, I'd relapse. I'd look in the mirror and think, she's better off without you. Ellen sent me pictures. Your first birthday with that little pink cake, you riding a bike, your prom dress, your graduation. I kept them in a shoebox under my bed, cried over them every night. I was so proud, but too ashamed to show my face. I didn't think I deserved you. I still don't, but I'm here now, hoping you'll give me a chance, Doctor Phil. Laura, I see the hurt in your eyes, but I also see love. Thomas's love, Sarah's love, even if it was from a distance. Can you imagine a path to healing? Forgiveness doesn't mean erasing the pain. It means letting go so you can move forward. Laura, I don't know. I'm so angry at Mom for lying. She was my best friend. We'd laugh over coffee, plan my wedding, dream about my baby. I miss her so much it aches. And Sarah, I want to know you, hear your story, understand why you left. But it's hard. My baby's coming in a few months, and I'm scared. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm scared for my child, growing up with this hole in our family. Thomas. Laura, your mom made a mistake, but she loved you fiercely. She gave you a home, a life. I love you, blood or not. You'll be the best mom to that baby, because you've got Ellen's heart, her strength, her kindness. Sarah, maybe we can start fresh. Be a family. Laura's child deserves a grandmother, someone to share stories, maybe even Ellen's quilt. Sarah, I'd love that if you'll have me. I've been clean for 5 years, working at that shelter in Portland, helping women like I was. I counsel them, listen to their stories, try to give them hope. I'm not perfect, but I want to be there for you, Laura, and your baby. I want to earn a place in your life. Host, there's one more piece to this story. Thomas, you brought something else from the diary, didn't you? Thomas, yes. Ellen left a letter for Laura, tucked in the back of the diary. She wrote it when she knew she was dying, when the cancer was winning. I haven't read it. I wanted Laura to have it first. It's her words, her heart. Dr. Phil. Laura, this is from your mom, Ellen. Do you want me to read it, or would you like to? Laura, please read it, Dr. Phil. I can't. I'm not ready. Dr. Phil, my dearest Laura, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and you've learned the truth. I'm so sorry. I wasn't brave enough to tell you myself. When Sarah brought you to me, you were so tiny, so perfect, wrapped in a blanket she could barely afford. I couldn't have children, but you were my miracle. I told Thomas you were ours because I wanted you to have a father who'd love you fiercely, and he has, every day, through every moment. I lied to protect you from Sarah's struggles, to give you a life free of her pain. But I was wrong to keep it from you, from Thomas. Every time I braided your hair, baked your birthday cakes, held you when you cried over a boy or a bad grade, I was your mother in my heart. I watched you grow into a strong, kind, beautiful woman, and I was so proud. I love you more than words can say. Please forgive me for my silence. If you find Sarah, tell her I'm sorry too. I should have helped her more, trusted her sooner. Be the incredible woman I know you are, for yourself and your child. Forever, Mom. Laura, I miss her so much. I'm still angry, but I know she loved me. I can feel it in her words, in every memory we made. Sarah, I want to try. I want you in my life, my baby's life. I want my child to know their grandmother, to hear stories about Mom, about you. Sarah, I'm here, Laura. I'll prove it every day if you let me. I want to tell your baby about Ellen, about the sister who saved me by saving you. I'll be there for birthday cakes, for bedtime stories, for whatever you need. Thomas, we're a family, Laura. All of us, me, you, Sarah, and your baby. Your mom would want that. She'd want us to hold on to each other, to heal together. Dr. Phil, this is why we're here, folks. A family torn apart by a secret, now coming together through love and truth. I'm stopping the cameras so this family can have a moment together, away from the lights. Dr. Phil, today, we saw a family face a truth that could have destroyed them. Instead, they chose love. Secrets have power only when hidden. Bringing them to light sets you free. Laura, Thomas, Sarah, you've shown courage today. Laura, you're about to be a mother, and you carry Ellen's love, Sarah's hope, and Thomas's strength. This family story isn't over. It's just beginning. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs it. Comment below. Have you faced a family secret? How did you heal? Subscribe for more stories that change lives, inspire hope, and remind us of the strength in vulnerability. Hit that like button, share, and turn on notifications. Healing starts with truth. See you next time.